What's going on YouTube? It's Kamal, and I wanted to let y'all know about the big future of this channel and some changes that need to be made. My name is Kamal, aka Paulo Santo, and we're just gonna get right into this, man. For some odd reason, I realized that I started losing myself. I remember working my first job, you know what I'm saying, getting my first paycheck. It didn't all go to hell, but that's where a lot of stuff started happening. A lot of stuff started stemming because getting your first paycheck, you know what I'm saying, especially when you've never had any kind of money in your life like that, you start to go a little bit wild. I want to point out I had lost my purpose. And what I mean by lost my purpose is that YouTube, creating content, laughing, loving, making people laugh, joke, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to be a content creator. I want to make people laugh. I love making music. I want to do all those kinds of things, but every once in a while, sometimes you stray off that path. And this goes for anybody. Every once in a while, you may stray off that path of where you want to go. You may not realize that you're just driving and you're zooming off of that cliff. But I realized I was zooming off of that cliff of everything I've achieved because I realized that instead of really being who I am, I started making myself enter things that weren't important, that my heart wasn't into. That's what I started doing. I started involving myself in stuff that my heart really wasn't really into. And I'm not saying like it was bad stuff like drugs, drinking. I'm not saying stuff like that, but stuff that wasn't a part of my goal in life. Stuff that wasn't going to fulfill me. Stuff that only fulfilled me short term. It didn't fulfill me long term. And I had to say, first it started with the clothes. Since I had gotten money to provide for myself for the first time in my life, I started buying clothes, started buying shoes, and I'm just thinking, I gotta check. I can finally get these shoes that I see other people wearing and this and that. But I realized that wasn't really important. I was trying to be something that I wasn't really. I was trying to create this false narrative and mindset in my head that really wasn't me. I know who I truly am, and I just needed to be reminded of my path. And my path is I want to be a content creator. I want to make people laugh. I want to make people joke. I want to see people have a good time. I want to be the light of someone's day. When they see my video, when they come across my video, I want to make a person laugh. And that's what I want to do. And during this winter break, 2023, I realized that because one day I was watching Corey X Kenshin. And Corey X Kenshin, he had I was watching this old 2013, 2014 video of Corey X Kenshin when he had this short, he had this little camera and gaming laptop that didn't really have any importance in a way. But it really did. It didn't have any importance to the bare eye, to the naked eye. It didn't have any importance, but it really had a lot of importance because this let me know that it doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter how small you start. You can make it up there. And I started realizing that at my age, I have achieved more than Corey X Kenshin did at my age. If that makes sense. The same age that I am right now. I'm currently 17 right now. When Corey X Kenshin was my age, he didn't achieve what I have achieved. I have amassed over 15.7 thousand followers on TikTok. That may not seem like a lot to you guys, but if 15,000 people was standing outside in front of the crowd to you guys, that's a lot of people. 15,000 people, 15.7 thousand people. That's a lot to me. No matter if it's a million, 10K, 100, 1, 2, 30 people is a lot. And I've amassed over millions and millions of views. I've created a trending sound with over 20,000 plus videos posted to that, and other people posting to my sound, and it going to Instagram, and it getting over 7 million views, this video with my voice on it. But I wasn't getting the publicity that I really wanted. You know? It's like, no matter how many videos I tried to record, it wasn't sticking to me. It was like my face was this thing that floated on the internet and then just disappeared after. And then just would come back every single often. And I really want my face to stick somewhere. I want people to see my face and know, oh, that's Kamal right there. That's Kamal. That's not this random guy that I've seen on TikTok every so often or this and that. That is Kamal right there, and that is his face. And that's what I really want to strive for, and that's why I'm being so strict on YouTube right now. Because what I have coming to you guys is, now that I have realized my path, because this video from Corey X Kenshin inspired me to stop spending my check on clothes and games and this and that. Spend my check on things that I know that will help me. Spend my check on a new camera. Spend my check on a new microphone. Spend my check on a new desk. I literally, as soon as I seen that video and I got inspired by Corey X Kenshin, I went to my notes and I got up. It was very early. It must have been like 6 a.m. I like staying up. I like waking up very early so I could see the sun come up, because it makes me feel good for some odd reason. Not odd, but it makes me feel good. And I got up and got washed and got ready and all that. Opened my notes on my phone and started pricing down every single thing I wanted. Every single thing I know that I needed to strive for. I started pricing down the mouse. I started pricing down the gaming desktop, the new microphone I want, the new camera I want, everything, every single thing you can think of, I priced at, because I knew the Elgato, I knew that I wanted it, and that is where this channel was going. A young Corey X Kenshin told himself all he needed was consistency. All Corey X Kenshin told himself was that he needed consistency and he would go to the top. 8 years later, he's one of the most well-known, beloved creators of all time on YouTube. Undoubtedly. And he literally told himself, years before he was even famous, that all he needed was to keep on being consistent. Keep on working towards his goal, and he did that, and he succeeded. And it amazed me and inspired me. I went and started pricing things that I started pricing things and thinking, if I have this, why don't I just put it into what I know I love? Why play this game? Why act dumb? Why act stupid? Why play this game? Put it into something that you love, Kamal. Don't act dumb. Do not act dumb. Follow your heart, Kamal. Put it into something that you love. And that goes for anybody. If you're doing something, Stop the distractions. Stop buying the clothes if your heart isn't into the clothes. Stop buying the money. Stop buying the alcohol. Stop buying the drugs. Put your heart into something that you know that you will follow for a lifetime, that will fulfill you. That will fulfill you. Put your resources into that. Put your resources into what you know will fulfill you as a person. That will seal up that empty hole and heal you as a person forever. And that's all I needed to hear. I was inspired. I was inspired mentally. When I watched that video, I was so inspired. And that's why I'm not playing no games now. I'm on that. I'm serious. Pricing down what I want. Pricing down what I need. I'm not playing games. And then I realized that from the money, being able to eat out and this and that, I started gaining weight. If you guys didn't know, I was formerly obese. Weighed 235, heaviest I ever weighed, quarantine 2020. And I got down to 170. And I wasn't happy with that. I was skinny fat. I was tall, I was skinny fat though. And I'm thinking to myself, why do I look like this? But I realized it was all a mental thing. You'll never be happy with yourself if you're not happy mentally. That's just not how it works. You can't even see yourself straight if you're not mentally good enough to see yourself straight. It's just not how it works. And I had to realize that. Because when I was 170, I started gaining weight again. I got the money, I just started gaining weight. Because it was accessible, it was easy to get. And I realized this because I'm thinking to myself, maybe, oh, it's winter break. I can just eat. I can eat. Oh. I am 210 pounds now. I don't know, I may not look it, but I am 210 pounds now. And I was kind of disappointed in myself. All that hard work I did just to end up back at 210 pounds. 20 pounds away from the heaviest I ever weighed. Come on. I just knew that I needed to lock in. This room, I kept telling myself, and I was looking at myself, and it didn't feel like home. And I kept complaining. I kept telling myself over and over what didn't feel like home. And the problem with that is I wasn't making it a home. I'm sitting here complaining and I feel like I'm going crazy. Like someone else, like someone else. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything as a human. Nobody owes you anything. When you're born on this earth, nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. Who am I to say that, someone needs to come to my rescue to help me? No, I needed to help myself. That's what I needed to do. And I realized the problem. And now I'm using the blessings that I've been given and the blessings that I have received to finally accomplish what I need to do, to finally accomplish YouTube, to finally accomplish the things I want to buy, to finally accomplish all that shit. I knew I was mentally cooked when my job gave me a $35 gift card and all I was thinking about was damn Chipotle. I'm thinking about Chipotle. I could have used that $35 towards what I'm trying towards the real goal, but at that time I didn't have the goal in head. I was so blinded by clothes. I was so blinded by shoes. I was so blinded by the thought of appealing to people. I was so blinded to appealing to people. But it's better to know than to be blinded constantly over and over again. And I can happily say I'm not blinded. I can move forward. with my dreams. I can move forward with my thoughts and my dreams and keep going forward. I refuse to be blinded anymore. I know what it feels like to be blinded, to be appealed to by clothes and jewelry and all this stuff. I tasted it, and I realized that it took me off my path. That's all I wanted to tell you guys today. Happy New Year's to y'all. I'm letting y'all know a bunch of new updates with this channel will be going on. Edited videos will be coming back. You see how in my recent videos I haven't been editing it? It's because I stopped paying for Adobe. I stopped getting motivated. I stopped having discipline. The editing will be back. New headphones, new microphone, new this, new that, new this. We're not playing games no more. An estimate will take me by, I will say, February 14th. February 15th, I should have everything I need. February 15th, and matter of fact, I don't need it. But everything that I feel that my resources can provide me. That's what I will say. But I will say, bless you guys. If you made it to the end of the video, bless you. Love you. Stick to your goal. Stick to your path. I will stick to mine. Peace.